That's a big bitch.
That was a solid thud when it came off that curve. It was like a thunk.
I just said that's a big bitch.
Look, Sam, quarter of a tank.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was buried. Like, he's like, no, the fuel gauge didn't work. I'm like, it had a quarter of a tank earlier.
Well, I don't want to bust your bubble. Mine also thinks it has a quarter of a tank, so I wouldn't trust that.
Well, it's when it was low, it was down on E, and we put like what $30 in it the other day.
Yeah, but then yesterday
went up halfway.
For the first time, it was also on E.
Yeah, but I mean, I know it has probably 8. I don't know how much do you get with 30 gallons? About 8 gallons.
Question is, what do you get per gallon? Like miles per gallon? I think like what, 7?
I have no idea.
I know my F350 with a 400 cubic inch V8 and a dually and granny gears gets 8. So I'd assume you get less.
I would expect that we get less.
Yeah, this thing's boaty for sure. If you were going to do anything the likes of Afterlife, you would 100% need to change the entire suspension just like they did.
Oh my gosh. If you wanted to try to do, yeah, I mean, they put air ride, I think, in it, air suspension.
Well, I think they tried Fox body suspension and then they switched to something else, like the steering, like the steering stuff in the front. Yeah. They tried Mustang front stuff and that didn't work. Oh, let's see how that works. I don't want to fight it too hard. There it goes.
Yeah, that one's like really tough to get to.
Man, that's a sight to see in the shadow. That's really cool. Back up because we actually have functional heat. Please don't break.
Yeah, I had to pull the window up in.
Oh yeah, I can see it's kind of. Come on, baby. We're cruising at a pretty comfortable 65 or 70.
I don't think it is. I think we're going about maybe 50.
You don't think we're going? I guess maybe 55.
Because that's 70 miles an hour speed limit, so yeah, I think we're going pretty good.
Yeah, we got a good amount of speed. I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying that you can't really squeeze too much speed out of these cars. How fast have you been willing to get it up to?
This is about the fastest we've ever had it. Down here on this road.
How does it feel sitting like riding sideways in this car?
It's strange. I would use this jump seat if we can.
If with the equipment, yeah.
I'll just be facing backwards with that.
Yeah, there's nothing really to see from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and brakes on this thing?
Not existent.
You got to plan ahead, way ahead, because it has one master cylinder and one line, you know, to supply the all 4 brakes on this. Yeah, drums on this thing.
Your question about if the rear view mirror works on this side, it doesn't work for me either.
You can't see either.
That rear view mirror is covering, like, this A-pillar is blocking the rear view mirror for both drivers. Maybe I can move it a little bit. Yeah, it works for you. Yeah, it works way too. Are we good?
Yeah, so far.
Let me see.
It's just angled down.
That's a little better, but not great. Oh, see, that's the one I was talking about. I felt like that would probably be something y'all would take this car to, just for the...
The problem is, like awnings and stuff, you can't get underneath the edge of the roof. You'd have to be reaching out.
Be good clickbait, though. Taking this car to a McDonald's drive-thru?
Yeah.
Or a Sonic?
Yeah.
Y'all are going to have to do that at one point, just to get for all the clicks.
That's what I was telling him. I was like, I want to make a YouTube video or something. I was going to like it's too tall.
Yeah.
Like Subway's the only thing we can possibly make it through.
I could see Sonic, because the funny thing is, y'all would be sticking out 10 feet back in the drive-thru.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Nobody can get through.
Yeah, y'all would ruin everyone's lunch. Go with like the lunch rush where no one can get through.
We could drive it over to the car wash.
Oh yeah, that would suck. Yeah. That was the siren.
Who goes to the car wash on a day like today? Man, it's cold. Where are we going, Sam?
Take him around the square.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get out and I can get some pics of you just cruising around if you want.
Yeah, our courthouse is being redone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
God, that thing is such a trip. Hey, you can't park that here.
Yeah, you can't park that here.
You don't think it's like your dream car? Or?
I mean, I love this car. I mean, it's kind of, it wasn't my dream project car. My dream car that I always wanted to build, like project car, was I always wanted to build a land speeder from the first Star Wars movie.
Oh.
I always wanted to build one of those, and I had it all planned out, but I just never had the time to do it. But this is my ideal project car.
Really?
Because it's got so many little pieces and widgets and gadgets and
Things to perfect.
things that don't go to a car, that are completely unrelated, that they've thrown on the car, but it's still well, I say readily available. They're available.
They exist.
They exist, and it's not 3D printed, made up stuff, and so it's things you can actually source. So it's just neat that you can, you know, throw all these things together, and it makes such a cool piece.
Well, and it's about the hunt for you more.
Right, and it's totally about the hunt. It's nice that it's drivable and that it's registered.
Yes.
Because when we were trailering it and hauling it everywhere, that's a nightmare. It's a nightmare getting it on the trailer. It's a nightmare getting it off the trailer. And
that's a huge step. Getting it to this is enormous.
Yeah.
Like no one should take for granted how much time and money you have invested to get it to this point.
Yeah, running. I mean,
enormous.
and then registered, because it came from. It hadn't been registered since 1971.
Yep. And it's still got the plates from 1971 down on the bottom.
And Alabama was a no title state back then, so it's never had a title. Yeah, so there was no title for it, so state of Texas, you know, as far as they're concerned, it didn't exist. So you had to go through all kinds of hoops with a bonded title and everything like that. So
now, did you apply for a special nameplate?
yes, and it's in. We got the ECTO-TX nameplate.
Yeah, let's go. Good job.
But they don't have yellow. They don't have yellow. Isn't an option, because we're going to do yellow with black letters.
Yeah.
They have the "Don't Tread on Me" plate.
That's close.
But it's close, but it's got that big "Don't Tread on Me" thing on the side. Then you start looking like a fanatic.
It's certainly making a noise.
I think it's the engine.
I think it's definitely something in or on the engine. Yeah, because now it's just doing it unprompted.
Yeah, now it's just doing it.
At first, we kind of had to make it do it. And it's...
I'm accelerating it, it's not doing it now. Now it's starting to do it.
Yeah, now it's doing it.
I wonder if it's speed related.
Well, I'd say I could check for you, but... Well, like a wheel bearing? Or a power steering pulley? Maybe. I've never heard a power steering pulley go out before. So there's some kind of engine noise happening, and we're not sure what. It's only happening under stress. Sounds like nothing, which is good. Yeah. You want me to move the throttle a little bit?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't hear the pulley doing anything, but I heard a knock for a second. Did you hear that at the end?
Yeah, a little bit.
You hear it? No. I can't really put my finger on it.
It sounds like something flapping.
Yeah.
Got something loose underneath it.
I mean, if you've got a wrench, we can tighten up that pulley.
That's the thing, like it starts.
Yeah, because it did chirp, so it is loose for sure.
Yeah, the engine sounds okay though.
Yeah. I don't hear a thing.
Me neither. It's running better now. It's warmed up than it was earlier.
Yeah. This is the best thumbnail I've ever seen. Title: The ECTO-1 broke down.
In reality, like, you guys got scammed.
Me too. Let's get back inside. I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have heat in this car.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a lot shorter trip.
Oh my gosh. So what's the next movie car build you thinking?
I don't know. I think we might do
Another
Jurassic Park.
I know you found that one and then it turned out you had some title issues on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we found a, what is it?
1994 Explorer.
94 Explorer.
The movie is 1992. The only difference is 94 is a bigger.
If it's just got a better engine, same body, sounds like a win-win to me.
Yeah.
But the issue was it had a bonded title, right?
It didn't have a title,
Oh,
so we would have had
great.
to get a bonded title. I mean, then you get into the whole, you buy a car and haul it home, you don't know if it's stolen, you don't know anything about it really.
Yeah. But you're still going to be looking for one to do that build.
Yeah,
You still got that build on
I
the
think it
line.
would be a cool car,
Yeah.
you know.
Better than Jeep.
Yeah, or a Jurassic Park Jeep.
I, for one, would really love to do a Supernatural Impala, but I don't. It's going to be a lot of money, and I don't really want to invest that much into something right now.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun. It'd be really fun, but I mean, there's not really much appeal for a Supernatural Impala. There's probably like, girls between the age of 10 and 17 are going to know what that is, but
Yeah.
normal people like us won't.
Yeah, everybody will just think it's a nice black.
Yeah, they think it's a black car. Yeah, but everyone knows Jurassic Park. That's going to be fun.
Exactly.
We could
No
do
offense
it.
to the Jurassic Park builders, but it's not exactly that difficult compared to the ECTO-1.
Oh, it's going to be a cakewalk compared to this thing.
I mean, you still got the electronics and stuff and the display and all that stuff on the inside.
Jeeps are kind of shitty when it comes to electronics.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to make it drive on a track.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to electrify it.
Yeah,
Drive it on a
make
track.
it auto drive like a Tesla.
All I care about is the night vision goggles that are
Oh,
in the back.
yeah.
That's all I care about.
What a dream car.
Oh, it's so much fun to drive, but
Yeah.
it's also just so much car where you're like, oh, I gotta stay away from people.
It's such a hassle. Like, look at how small a man looks inside of this enormous car.
Kick his ass, Seabass!